on my own podcast with your host, Jacob Willis.
What you talking about, Willis?
Johnny, it takes you 5.
Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of the On My Own podcast, where I may be on my own, but I'm never alone, darling. But today, I'm not alone because you're here, I'm here, and God is here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I asked the people, I said, yo, do you guys want me to wait till next week when I have a guest, or you guys want me to just rock solo? And y'all voted to rock solo. So I'm here. This episode is just for y'all. Just if you're at home and you're, rolling your blunt, if you're getting the coals for the hookah, if you're making dinner, if you're at the gym, if you're on the way to work, if you work in security and you walking around the campus, babe, this episode is for you. So you guys know that every episode I start off with a mental health moment. And of course, I'm here. So I'm going to let you guys know how I feel mentally on a scale from 1 to 10. I feel about a 10. I would say that because I woke up this morning, so I have no complaints. I just dyed my hair, so I'm looking real good. I didn't go see my barber today. I literally lined up my own hair. It's given was supposed to be gave. I have a couple of dollars in the bank. I went grocery shopping today. So I feel good. I mean, I have no complaints, really. I had a great week. Was working. I was booked. I had booked a commercial. So I did that as well. I felt like I've been getting in the groove of things, and happy Pride Month to all the LGBTQ members, because it is Pride Month, and we're living unapologetically ourselves daily in this cold world. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, happy Pride to you. Okay, speaking of Pride, you guys, let's talk about my coming out story. I don't really talk about my coming out story like that. It's not one of those coming out stories that were so dramatic or anything like that. I actually came out, first of all, let's go back to my childhood. I've always been a dramatic type of young boy. I was always making jokes. I was obsessed with That's So Raven, so I used to act like I was having visions and shit. And I was not having vision. So because of that, I would go to high school, elementary school, and middle school. Actually, not really high school, more so elementary and middle school. And I would get bullied because I would always imitate Raven and just be super dramatic. I used to go to school with cowboy boots and some sweatpants and one of those little jackets and act like I was in the school with Eddie. Okay, I was very much given personality, and people just didn't know how to take it. I didn't even know what gay meant when I was young. People used to always just be like, "You gay? Are you acting like a girl?" I'm like, "What is that supposed to mean?" Mind you, I have 2 sisters and a big brother. Okay, but we grew up in a household where I was more closer to my sisters. Me and my brother were cool, but he was out in the streets, playing basketball with his boys, and I was more inside with my little sister. We used to play house. You know how that goes. Barbie dolls, easy bake ovens, you name it. I was doing that, even though my dad really didn't want me to do all that. I was still doing it anyway. I grew up in a religious household, but my parents and my family wasn't really judgmental. I have an uncle who's gay, and I kind of already knew that he was like gay. Like my mom and everybody would like talk to me about it. Like, oh yeah, your uncle's a little different. Like he likes, men. I'm like, okay, but when you're growing up as a kid, you don't really know what that means. So, anyways. Elementary school, middle school, getting bullied, never physically, because I used to beat people's asses, but it would be like more mental, and people used to call me gay, and I really didn't know what it meant. So it took a while for me to really accept the fact that I was gay, and I really had to ask myself, what does being gay mean? Okay. When I was in high school, that's when I started looking like at guys a little bit. But it was more like my junior and my senior year, like in the locker rooms, during PE. I love a good PE. PE class used to be my favorite part of the day, because not only did I get to play basketball, mind you, a lot of you guys don't know I play basketball and I could really hoop too. Like all that gay shit go out the window when I'm on the court. I'm a real big dog, okay? Anyways, so I used to have so much fun going and playing basketball, and then I would love to just watch like the football players get ready. That's when I really started looking at guys and be like, damn, I think I like men. See the bulges, the dick flopping up and down, the boxer briefs, all of that good stuff. Looking at them sweat, like all of that. So but I never hit on anybody. There wasn't like gay dating apps back then. Like I wasn't really doing that. I was too scared to get caught. I didn't really know if I was gay, but I just knew that they piqued my interest more than females did. So anyways, fast forward to college. College is when I had my first boyfriend. Shout out to you if you're watching. I'm playing. I haven't talked to that boy in years, but let me just say this. He had a big anaconda, okay? I was definitely a rookie. I was definitely virgin, but I definitely got my cherry popped during that time of college. And it was definitely a rude awakening. That's when I experienced, the real world and the real pain of taking anal. But nevertheless, I'm blessed. So then I moved to Los Angeles, California, saved up my money. before I moved to LA, actually, I was going to the gay clubs, okay, in Sacramento. I was going to Mango's and I forgot the name of the other one. And I would like go there and I felt so free. I felt like, oh my goodness, there's other people like me. But I never told my parents. I would lie. And I don't even know why I was hiding. They already, your parents always know, babe, if you think you're in the closet, you're not really in the closet. Your parents know you're just taking, a decade and maybe to the day that you die to come out. You need to just live out loud and have fun. It's easier said than done. And not everybody's family is going to accept you. That's why I moved away. Not saying, you know what? And honestly, if I would have came out when I lived in Sacramento still, before I moved to LA, my family would have accepted me. They wouldn't have kicked me out of the house. Luckily, I'm blessed like that. Because Mama Kim loves Jacob, okay? And so does my dad. So anyways, I had my first boyfriend, and then I moved to LA. And that's when I really like said, wow, Jacob, like you're gay. You're gay. You're gay as fuck. Okay? You like dick. Big dick at it. And you like ass, so you're a little bit of versatile. I didn't know what versatile meant. I literally learned all the lingo moving here, going to sex clubs. And if you are one of those super spiritual people that are in the church and you're so holy, this is the time for you to click off, darling, because it's about to get real. I was inside of those bathhouses having, intercourses with multiple men, using protection, of course. But let me tell you guys, a lot of people don't know what a bathhouse is. I've been trying to get my best friend KC to go with me to the bathhouse, but he had he's so scared. I'm like, I don't want to see you up in there fucking anyway. Just go in the corner and go do your thing. I'm going to go over there and do my thing, and then we can meet downstairs in the pool. Because one thing about the bathhouses in LA, they got a heated pool, so you can go swimming. They have a gym in there. They have jacuzzis. They have saunas. They have where you can buy snacks. They have top ramen, popcorn, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos. They have all of that good stuff up in there, and it's just a good time. You can also meet people there. But now, would I go to a bathhouse like where I am now? No, because I feel like it's more awkward, especially in LA. Like a lot of black men go to the bathhouses, and a lot of the girls know who I am. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm dead ass. Like there was times I was at the bathhouse and people were talking about the podcast. I don't want to be in there. And you over there talking about a podcast, bitch. The only microphone that I'm going to be spitting on is this one, okay? And I don't need everybody up in the mix, but it's still a good time. So anyways, I came out, but the way I came out is not like your traditional, like, hey, mom, dad, I'm gay. I came out on a podcast. So a lot of you guys don't know. Some of you guys do if you guys been following me for years, but I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been podcasting for years, at least like 7-8 years on the belt. But I didn't do it consistently because I originally had a podcast called The Sentinel Speaks. It was me and 2 other girls. They're lesbian females. Shout out to Carter the Body and Billy. Carter is now on BET. What's the name of the show with Eva Marcel? All of the Queen's Men now on BET. She's very much booked and busy. But that podcast was actually really good. That was my first time doing, what I loved, which was being on a microphone and just talking shit and being unapologetically myself with 2 females who were very much confident as well. And that's when I started to learn, like, wow, podcasts are actually kind of popular because we would get so much love even then. But one day on a podcast, we were talking about sex or something, and Carter looked at me and said something. And I think that day I was just like, I don't know if I was just snappy. I was just in that, I finally reached a point in my life where I didn't give a fuck. I don't know what happened. Something sparked in me. But as soon as you love who you are and you don't give a fuck, if you love it, then cool. If you don't like it, then okay, cool, because I'm going to be me anyway. So I was like, no, I love men. I'm gay. I like men. Okay, period. I love men. I just kept saying that. And my mom saw it. My grandmother, both of my grandparents are pastors on both sides. My grandmother saw it. My father's mom saw it. And I never forget when I went back home to Sacramento for Christmas, I was sitting on a couch and she was talking to me and she was like, so Jacob, how did it feel to come out? And I said, seriously? She said, yeah, I watched your podcast. I said, oh, okay. She said, so are you going to be bringing a man home? Are you going to be, are you going to have kids? She was really asking me questions. And this is, Myrtle Willis. Y'all know who she is, okay? Pastor Myrtle Willis, yes. Was asking her grandson, how did it feel to come out? And from that moment, I was like, wow, I feel loved. Like, I'm welcomed. My family accepts me. My mom accepts me. My mom is still like, well, now my mom is starting to become like really like just like, okay, whatever, child. But my mom also says, yes, honey. The parents when you come out too, they just overly dramatic. It's like, okay, you don't have to do all that yes and yes, but I also love the yes. I could call and be like, Mom, I'm at Craig's and there's some men in here, so I have to go. Or I give her dating advice. Like, is he spending money on you? Is he getting your nails done, your feet done? And I love that I can have that relationship with my mom. And I'll never forget, I called my father because he was dating somebody younger. And my sister told me, we get the tea. And my dad was like, do you mind if I'm dating somebody younger? And I'm like, do you mind if I'm dating an old white man that's about 60 or 70? He said, no, do you? I said, okay, well then do you, player? Okay, Machiavelli, I got it from my dad. So at the end of the day, if my parents accept me, even if they didn't, and if they're watching, I love you guys. But even if my parents did not accept me, I'll accept me. So I don't need, anybody to accept me because I'm gonna live my life the way I want to anyway. Okay, so that was my coming out story, you guys. It was cool. It was cool. And then my best friend Jimmy, like I have a best friend named Jimmy. I got a lot of best friends, about 7 to 8. Okay, don't judge me, bitch. So no, but this is like my brother for real. Like since I was like 7 years old, we're neighbors. I had a lot of friends that I grew up with, but Jimmy is like my brother. He's straight, and he has a baby now. But I remember when I came back home to Sacramento, and he was like, I want to ask you a question. I'm like, what? He was like, I said, let me just answer it. Yes, I'm gay. And he just gave me the biggest hug. And he like teared up. He was like, I'm so happy that you're living your truth. He says, okay, what can I say? What am I not supposed to say? Okay, I gotta protect you when we go out to the clubs and to the bars. I said, boy, I'll pop somebody before you. Even though my friend Jimmy, he's one of those white boys that, when white boys try to act like they black, he's not like that. He's just naturally a little gangster. So, we both be popping off. And we always used to say that we from Detroit, but we're not from Detroit. I don't know why we used to act like we was from Detroit, beating up the kids and stuff. But anyways, happy Pride. All right, you guys, so to dive deeper into my podcast history, I had a podcast called The Sentinel Speaks, okay? And then I took a break for years, focused on other stuff, and then I started the podcast Grinding Jacob's Gears. You probably have saw, when I had Jazz on, my friend Jazz. I had I Am Kai on. I had some great guests. Excuse me. I had some great guests on there, you guys. But honestly, I only have 3 episodes up. You can even go look. I only filmed 3 episodes of that podcast, and literally after that, me and Amber started our podcast, the Just Us podcast. So that podcast was already starting to grow a little bit. But I didn't really get to film much. I only have 3 episodes. And then me and Amber started, Just Us, which took off so much in a span of a year, over 100,000 streams, millions of views, going on blogs. We had our first live show sold out, and the journey was great. And then, because that journey had to end, now I'm on my own. And a lot of people wonder, like, how do you just start over? Or you guys build 20,000 subscribers? Are you going to use that same YouTube channel? Are you going to, do you have to make a new one? Because originally the channel that we had the Just Us podcast on was Amber's. And even though we built a following together, thousands of subscribers on there, I feel like because it was originally her account, I'm just going to make something new. And I'm sure Amber wouldn't mind if I had posted my episodes on that YouTube channel. But because I know my worth and I know that I can build the shit up again, even if it's on my own, I can do that. And I want to prove to myself, like, hey, guess what? Sometimes you got to hit the restart button. If anybody out there feels like they had to start over in life, then guess what? This is for you. You can do it. I had to do it. And there's people that come up to me all the time about this podcast that don't even know that the Just Us podcast broken up. It's all the time. And sometimes it's annoying, but then I understand too, because we have so many listeners. Not all of our listeners know what's going on. Okay, there's listeners that are loyal, that know your every move, that pay attention to your social medias, to your episodes, so they know what's going on. Then you have the listeners that have seen you on viral moments, but they just know who you are because they see you constantly on their For You page. You know what I mean? So that's like the type of listeners that I know come up to me and be like, hey, oh my God, I love your podcast. Like, I watch all the time. I'm like, bitch, no, you don't. Because if you watch all the time, you know that the podcast is over. But I love you still anyway because you still show me love. So that's the only difference now. But also I've had a couple of people come up to me about the On My Own podcast. I just started this like about a week ago. No, let me take a sip. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, you guys. So I don't know what's been going on, but at my house, my refrigerator has not been working like that, right? So one day I open my refrigerator and my freezer is like super, super, super cold, but nothing is frozen. So I'm like, what's going on? Then I open my refrigerator and it's lukewarm. Mind you, I got eggs, bacon, potatoes, grits, turkey, everything in the motherfucking fridge, leftovers from the day before, and nothing is cold. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I contact my management. My refrigerator has been down for like 3 weeks. I know y'all like, Jacob, how do you survive, babe? Prayer, okay? So I finally had somebody come over today. Knock on the door. I opened the door. His name was Javier. Let me tell you guys about Javier. I don't even speak Espanol like that. But hola, ¿cómo estás? He was so good. I definitely wanted to see his cojones. I mean, he was just such a hottie. I have a fetish about a man with strong hands. Hands that look like he can pick me up, choke me out, maybe kill me, if he will. Not really kill me, bitch, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Javier was so hot. He was in his little suit, his little outfit. I have a thing about role play. I definitely was a little wet when he came in. I don't have, the juices and berries that you ladies have, but I do pre-cum quite a lot. And I definitely had a stain showing. Okay, let me not do too much. Anyways, you guys, Javier was so handsome. He came in, he went straight to my refrigerator. He started to pull out his tools. I wanted him to pull out another type of tool to show him that I can accommodate and, match him, if you will, with satisfaction. It didn't happen, but have you ever had somebody come to your house, mount your TV, mow your lawn, to you dirty bitches, maybe get that roach spray and get rid of those bed bugs that you have? I don't know if you guys ever experienced somebody that comes in and just handles the job and does it well. But Javier, if you're watching, I did tell him about my podcast because in my house, when you walk in, it says on my own and there's a QR code. So when my guests come over, they can scan it. And I told him to scan it. He said he'll listen. So Javier, you know exactly where my unit is. And you're able to come over anytime and assist me. And I can assist you back. You saw my refrigerator was full with groceries that I got today because I knew that you're coming to fix it. So shout out to Javier. I'm a little dramatic, but I'm dead ass, you guys. Javier was really fine like that. He wasn't even Hispanic. I think he was Guatemalan. Something, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, bitch, but whatever it was given was supposed to be gave. 10 across the board, okay? He could be my Lyft driver. He could be my pastor. He can be my school teacher. He could be my boss. He could be all that and more. So let me tell you guys about what happened in Atlanta. It's story time. Yes. Get your cocktails, bitch, because you're not going to believe what just happened to me. So I go to Atlanta after New York City. I'm booked and busy. I'm on the plane. My cousin picks me up, and we drive to her house. She lives in this community that's kind of like in the country. Goats, cows, birds, pigs. It's very much giving country, like the white boy going to come out and shoot you in the forehead if you even go on his turf. So anyways, I'm at her house. We're having a good time, okay? I'm learning the area a little bit. Where she lives, all of the houses look exactly the same, right? I don't remember her unit number. If you know me, you know I know people. I'm calling up my homegirls. Jazz, where you at? Nia Roddy, where you at? I'm trying to go to the strip club. I'm there for podcast business, okay? I end up going to the club. My friends are popping bottles, hookah lounges, being real ghetto, seeing the Nigerian men from Nigeria, eating fufu and a goosey, having a good time. Come back to her house drunk at 2:30 in the morning. The Uber driver drops me off. Where she lives, there's 3 different stations. I don't remember which station she was in because I just have gotten there that day. So I have good memory, but when you're a little lit, everything looks the same. I thought I saw her car and did. So I said, okay, that's her car. So she lives right here. I walk up to the steps. Mind you, I text her like 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, I'm almost there. Can you unlock the door? She said it's unlocked. I pull up to the driveway. I open the door, shut the door behind me, and it's pitch black. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I can't see. I'm looking for the light. I'm a little tipsy. Then I start noticing things that didn't look familiar to me because she has a son. I'm seeing sports shit and, beers and stuff all over the floor. And I'm like, where am I? I hear a light switch from upstairs. I then realized that I was not in my cousin's house. If you're familiar with Atlanta, you know that you're able to pop, if you will, when somebody trespass, how you say it, bitch? Trespasses. Oh, not a bitch, sorry. Trespasses on your property. You're allowed to have guns in Atlanta. I'm thinking that person upstairs is going to come down and blow my chocolate head off. I'm going to become popcorn on the floor. I start to get nervous. I'm shaking. I'm being dramatic. I'm like, where am I? I go for the door. I shut the door very, very quietly so they can't hear it, slam. I then sprint, bitch. I'm sprinting around the corner. I don't give a fuck if she lives across the street. I don't care if that's her apartment next door. I'm going around the corner because these people turned on the light, which means they heard something, which means they're going to come and investigate. Then they're going to realize that their door's unlocked and that somebody probably tried to come in. I'm not about to die in Atlanta. I got too much shit to do in LA. So I'm going around the corner. I was so scared that, do you guys know I sat around the corner for about 25 minutes and waited. Then I texted my cousin. I said, what unit are you, Dodo Bird? Not her, me. Because why would you not ask her that? You just assume that you know. That's a problem. This is a lesson. Sometimes in life, we think we just know everything and we so damn confident, which is fine. Confidence is key. But you got to be motherfucking realistic. And if you don't know your surroundings, ask somebody. Me, being a Virgo, I just think I know everything. Walking in so confident, almost walked into my death. By the grace of God, she gave me her unit and I went and I was safe and sound. She was like, cousin, you have to be careful. I'm like, I know. Okay? So that happened to me in Atlanta, and I just could not believe it. Another thing that happened to me in Atlanta, I'm not going to hold you, bitch. You African men look like you came straight from Wakanda. And I don't know if Wakanda is an actual place, but now, is it? Oh, it was made up. Okay, but the illusion of Wakanda was in my presence, and I felt like I was really in Wakanda because the men in the movie Wakanda looked like the men that was in Atlanta. Shout out to my girl Joyce from the UK, okay, because she took me to some Nigerian clubs in Atlanta. We kind of found them together because, you know, she loved Afrobeats. I love Afrobeats. We go in, hookah, people have tables. She's with these rich Nigerian men. These men are so nice. She's like, can my friend Jacob come over here with her little accent? And they're like, yeah, come. These strong men are being nice. You know, a lot of men, and not just LA, but in general, especially heterosexual men, when they see a gay man with a blonde head over there looking like a blonde popsicle, bitch, motherfucking Donald Trump, they are a little standoffish. They don't want, like, you know, gay dudes in a section. They're like, no, like, you know, we want females. We don't want all that gay shit over here. But the Africans were so nice. I felt like I was back visiting my ancestors. They gave me so much love. They were giving me bottles and drinks, popping bottles. Then they invited us to the after hours, which I did another. That's why I love Atlanta. Atlanta has another club where you can go, and it's an after hours. They have hookah. You can drink alcohol. So we're popping bottles and shit and just having such a good time. I love Atlanta. It's a good turn up. But I've never seen so many handsome African men. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm one of those people that dibble and dabble with, you know, the Neapolitan. I don't mind a red man. I don't mind a yellow man. I don't mind a blue man. I love men. And my friends would tell you, I don't have a specific type. Well, rich niggas, but even if you're not rich, if you're like, there's certain things about a man. Like, you guys know I like the hands. I like a man with big feet, nice feet. I like a man that's kind of stocky. I then like a man that's kind of skinny, but he has to be tall. I like fat men. Can we say fat? Yeah, I can. Because it's my podcast and you're listening. If you don't like it, well, I like chubby men. I like stocky men. I like bears. I have so many types. I can't tell you one person that is just the only person I'm going to look at. I like different type of men. It may confuse you. And you may be surprised and shocked when I tell you that, oh my God, I think he's hot. Because I have friends that be like, Jacob, he's not giving, you're tripping. But no, to me, he's giving everything, just like Javier was. Uh-oh, I think it's time for Call Jacob. We have a caller calling all the way from Atlanta. Let's see what she has to add. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Jacob. Oh, my goodness. How are you doing?
I'm astonishing. How are you, darling?
I'm doing amazing. I just want to start off by saying that I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm proud of us.
Yes, that part. Yes, you already know. This is Silver the MUA, the host of Back to the Beat podcast. And I just have one question.
And I have one answer.
Okay, so with me being a solo podcaster myself and interviewing people from time to time, you know, people like you inspire me. So I just want to ask, who inspires you?
First of all, thank you so much.
No problem.
You know what? I have a couple of people that inspire me. I will say Joyce from Cocktails and Takeaways. She inspires me. I would say Wheezy and Mandy. Those are my girls. They inspire me. I would shout out to my boy Billy from the 25 and Over Club. He inspires me because you know what? Let me tell you something about him. He is a solo podcaster now because he had a podcast as well, but him and his co-host are no longer together, kind of like my situation. And he does a lot. It doesn't matter if he has a guest. He will still film his podcast regardless if he has a guest or not. And he's the one that told me, like, Jacob, you know what, go do a solo, because a lot of people still want me to do a solo episodes. But for me, I was kind of hesitant to do it. But you know what, he did it, and his did great. And he just said, you know what, despite if you have a guest or not, you got to continue to make content, and you got to be consistent, because people want to hear you. Even if it's two people, even if it's, one person, your voice matters. And I think when you know who you are and what you can bring to the table, you can stand by yourself and people will still respect you, because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of courage to be able to sit in front of a microphone and a camera and be vulnerable with people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like rolling dice. You never know if what you're going to land on, but just know that, you can win, baby, because everybody can. So those people inspire me. And of course, God, because that's who I lean on when I have nobody else. And people like you who, tell me that I inspire them. And that's what keeps me going.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. I love that so much. Whole time I needed to hear that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling.
No problem. Oh my goodness, this is like I really needed to hear this. Like in real life, I needed to hear that. Thank you so much.
And shout out your podcast again, so the listeners can go follow.
That is Back to the Beat. That's BACK, the number 2, DABEAT. Beat like makeup, because it's a makeup podcast.
Okay.
Also beat like music, because I love music. So yeah, Back to the Beat.
And don't think I forgot about you. First of all, you guys, I met this young lady in Atlanta. I was at the festival, and she came up and said she listens to the pod. And she asked me if I can be on her podcast, and I promised her. I said, yes, I'm going to be. She thinks I was playing around, but I'm not. I'm not joking, sis.
No, I don't think you're playing. We're going to make it happen.
Yes, I got you. So keep your head up. If you ever need any advice or have any questions, you got my number there, sir. What's up?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, I love you.
I love you more.
All right.
Have a blessed one. Thank you for calling in. And this will be featured on the episode. So see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye. So before I get into all of the questions that you guys asked via Instagram, I just want to tell you guys this. A lot of you guys don't know that I'm a mastermind behind a lot of things when it comes to podcasting, okay? As you guys know, I had a podcast. You guys probably didn't know this, but it's because I really love what I do. I edited every episode that you've ever watched, every social media clip that you've ever seen on TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. I edited that and I posted it on our social medias. I was over our social medias. I handled our emails. I uploaded everything on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, you name it, I did it. It's because I'm passionate about it. Mind you, you guys don't probably know this. We filmed the episode on Friday. The episode comes out on Saturday, which means I film Friday night and I wake up early in the morning Saturday, edit it, not only just the episode, but everything, to ensure that you guys are able to watch. So when people, say that they appreciate what I do, you don't even understand the half. I appreciate you even taking time to listen, because I do this for you, for real. And I do it for me because it is therapeutic. It's something I love to do and something I enjoy. And I'm not complaining about none of those duties. Yes, I was over, it could be a lot for people. A lot of people can't do what I do when it comes to, that's why I had to shout out Billy, because Billy edits all of his podcasts. He does his social media clips. He uploads it. It takes a lot to do this. And to start this shit on your own, we had a very popular podcast. So guess what? If I keep looking at that and be like, oh my God, it coulda, shoulda, coulda. No, babe, you could do it on your own. You see this? When I step into the room, people gonna know about the On My Own podcast. So go ahead and scan the QR code. You are a walking brand. So when you feel like you need a team or somebody to work with, no, you don't. All you need is yourself. You can do this shit on your own. You need to just believe in yourself enough and have the tangibles to go out there and make it happen. So let's get into these questions. I just want to let y'all know that. Yeah, I filmed this episode on Friday, and now y'all watching it on Saturday. I edited it just for you, so send me roses. Anyways, bitch. Let me go to the notes, because you guys sent me some really good questions, and I was kind of blown away because I was like, wow, you guys really, sent me stuff. So the first question is, say you have a husband. Okay, your husband is hitting on your sister. Do you divorce him? I want to make myself very clear. There's no way in hell, on earth, on your deathbed, I don't even know what to say. There's no way you can step in any of my family or friends' presence and flirt with them behind my back and think that we're going to continue to go on. If it's a friendly flirt with like a friend, I'll probably pimp slap you and then tell you not to do it again. But if you think you're going to be my nigga and go flirt with my sister, I'm going to imagine you as a ball. I'm going to then clock my hand back and I'm going to hit a home run. There's no base. There's no touchdown. There's no way I'm going to be with you. That is it. And, unfortunately, my sister's going to do the same to you. So I ain't going to have to do it. You're not going to disrespect my household. You're not going to disrespect my family. You're not going to ever play in my face like that. Absolutely not. Those type of men I call my auntie. Those are the men that want to have their cake and eat it too. Because, bitch, how you dating me and you all flirt with my sister? Absolutely not. But y'all can comment down below and let me know if you guys would do that. Next question. How does it feel being on your own lane doing your own thing? Oh, okay, not the rhyme. I like that question. It feels good to be in my own lane and to do my own thing because I don't have to rely on nobody. Even though I did a lot of the work with my other pod, it's just like, it feels good because I don't have to be in communication with somebody and talk about stuff. I don't have to ask permission. I just do what I want to because it's my shit. So it feels good. And that may come off as like sounding like cocky or big-headed, but no, it's not. If you have your own business, okay, let's say you have a business, you can do whatever the hell you want to do with your business because it's yours. You don't have to ask permission from people to, to do the things that you want. If you want to adjust something, you want to switch something up. If you want to hire somebody, you don't have to go and say, "Hey, can we hire this person?" Like, no, you could do what you want. So it feels good to be in my own lane. And like I said earlier, a lot of people probably think like, "Oh my God, are you scared? Are you nervous to do your own podcast?" Absolutely fucking not. Because guess what? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, babe. But winning is in my DNA. So regardless if I have the reach that we had on the Just Us podcast yet, I'm going to get it regardless, period. I don't care how the journey goes. I don't care how long it takes. I don't want an overnight success. I want to work for it. It's mine. I don't mind doing it because guess what? The people that got it quickly, where they at now, darling? Okay? I don't have to sell my soul for this. And I'm not going to. So it feels good to be on my own lane. Next question. What are some lessons you've learned when it comes to doing business with friends? Sign a motherfucking contract. Don't go into business. I don't care. Let me tell you something. You can have friends. I don't care if it's family. I've learned from having a business with a friend, I've learned that you got to sign on the line because then they would take it more serious. You would take it more serious. You got to, really like look at it like a business. Meaning if you are friends and something happens with the friendship, you still need to show up to work. I don't care if you're getting paid 10 cents. I don't care if you're making $10 million. You got to show up to work regardless, period. Because you got to think of it as a business. Mind you, I'm always willing and able to show up because I love what I do. That's another thing. They got to love it just as much as you love it. If they don't love it, that's another advice I'll give you. Before you go into business with anybody, if they're not as passionate and they don't love it as much as you do not do it because you're going to be disappointed. And also you can lose a friend along the way. Okay, business can really interfere with friendship. So you got to ask yourself in the beginning, am I willing to risk this friendship for this business? Is this friend that I'm going in business with passionate like I am? You got to ask yourself those type of questions. And then you'll know from there. How do you find genuine friends in big cities where many make friends off of aesthetics? Genuine friends, when somebody's a genuine friend when they do something for you and they ain't got to keep talking about it. Also, you could just tell by people's vibes. I'm a little standoffish when it comes to like new friends. And I'm sorry to anybody that has DM'd me, reached out to me and be like, hey, like let's go grab a drink or I would love to hang out or they invite me to their events and I haven't gone or really replied back to you. It's not that I don't trust you or I'm being like, I think I'm better than you or bigger than you. That's not it. It's just that I'm very like particular with my energy and just like I've learned that you can't just be nice to everybody because people will take advantage of you. And I'm not saying those people didn't have good intentions. It's just I just move a little bit differently now because I bring too much to the table as far as not just what I can do, but just like my energy. I'm loyal. I'm loving. I'm consistent. Capital C. I'm consistent, and a lot of people are not. And I can't promise you that you gonna do something, you gonna ever see me again. Cause I'm one of those people, like, if I don't really know you like that and you move weird, I'm easily just turned off, and then I just won't even, you just don't exist. Oh, that sounds so harsh, but that's just, if you understand, you understand. That's just the truth of it. So you just know when that person is genuine, you know it's a good feeling, it's consistent. You can tell by their motives, the way they move. If you know a genuine friend when you guys argue, they ain't bringing up all that shit that didn't happen with this, that, and that. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the last one. What keeps you grounded while pursuing your goals in this fake ass city? What keeps me grounded? My friends, my real friends, they keep me grounded. What podcast? When I'm with my friends, I forget about all that shit, really, unless we're out and about and some shit happens. But like, other than that, no. Like, my friends keep me grounded. They humble me. They keep me humble. They check me when I'm doing too much. We could go out to eat. I could make a mistake. I can fart in front of my friends. I could fall, bust my head, which I never have done. But you know what I mean? Like, real friends, like, they keep me grounded. Like, I love having my friends come over. I cook for my friends all the time. Smoke hookah at my house. Like, my friends ground me. My family grounds me. Calling my nieces or my nephew on the phone. Talking to my mom and my dad, which I barely talk to. Love you if you watching. But I love when I talk to my dad because it's grounded too. He grounds me as well. So yeah, that's what grounds me. Anyways, you guys, let's go into something else now. Let's talk about Nara Smith. Okay, I love her. First of all, to the people that don't know who Nara Smith is, or I hope I say her name right, Nara Smith, Nara, whatever. You the potato, hoe. She is a creator on TikTok and Instagram. She makes food from scratch for her husband and her toddlers, okay? Nara Smith. She makes ice cream, cheeses, bagels, cough drops, pretzels, focaccia bread, cornflakes, bitch. She got me going to the grocery store, making things I never even thought I could make. She got me looking up recipes to homemade pizzas and to make a homemade breads and cookies. I don't even eat cookies like that. She be making ice cream, like things from scratch. I don't know if anybody else been going to the grocery store thinking that you Nara Smith, but it's definitely given what's supposed to be gave. I even consider making my own pasta noodles because of this bitch. I love her. And a lot of people on TikTok be mimicking her, and y'all views be going up. It's so crazy how one person can have so much reach. You know what I mean? And people don't, a lot of people be dragging her, but you can't drag a girl who's winning. I'm sorry. That is a real influencer because she has influence. The fact that a lot of y'all bobbleheads is over there remaking the video trying to be funny, it sends me because she's actually telling you guys to make some shit and stop being lazy. Y'all actually doing it. So y'all really following for it. And her husband, his name is Lucky. And he's one lucky motherfucker. Because can you imagine going home to homemade cornflakes, potato chips, ice cream, focaccia bread, cookies and cream? Like, she's so dope. And I want to give her flowers because a lot of people, mimic her. And a lot of people drowned her. They drowned her character. And they also talk about the thing, okay, yeah, she's light-skinned. People always got some shit to say. So, no Nara Smith, I hope I said her name right. No slander for her. Shout out to that beautiful queen. I literally went grocery shopping and I'm excited to be cooking some stuff because you just taught me to stop being lazy and stop ordering food and get in that kitchen and start making things from scratch. Learn. Okay, you want a man, you want to be able to keep a man. She is so crazy. Let me tell you something about her. She did a video where she was like, my husband was craving a burger. Oh wait, I think she was like, my husband is about to go out and grab a burger, but I realized that I had all of the ingredients in my cabinet to make it homemade. Bitch, she said, my husband, you're not going nowhere. Dive bar where? To get a burger? No, you're not going. She don't want her husband outside. She said, your dick is so good that I'm going to learn how to make everything that you want and need inside the house. Excuse me. Your dick is so good. When you're sick, I'm going to learn how to make cough drops so I can heal you, bitch. You're not going to CVS to go get no cough drops. His dick is so good. She helped him make cologne from scratch. His dick is so good that when the babies were there, that bitch didn't even bounce back. She didn't even have time. Her water broke and she came home and made him a meal because she says, I don't need you to go pick up some food. I'm going to make the food. I cannot imagine having a woman that can just do all that. I need a man that can do all that. And guess what? I'm going to be him because I can't rely on anybody to do what I want for me. I got to be able to do it because let me tell you something. And this may sound corny and I don't care. I'm married to myself. I love me. And this is the death do us part in this bitch. So if I could be at home and I could make me all of these things, why can't I make it for a man? When he comes, when and only when he comes. I mean, if she does it, you can do it. That's all. I don't want to talk about her too much, but I just cannot believe that she makes all this stuff from scratch. And she, has 3 kids. She's going to get pregnant. Again, she keeps that shit up. So you guys go follow her. Okay, you guys, before I leave, I do want to shout out a couple of artists because I do support other people, period. Whether you're a podcaster, whether you're an artist, whether you have your own business, whatever you do, I like to support my friends. So my friend, Casey Moore, he has his new EP called Some Things. And let me tell you something, okay? I'm not one of those people that's going to promote bullshit. I don't care if you're my friend. Oh, yay, go stream. No, don't stream. Because it's not given what was supposed to be gave. And I will let my friend know that, like, hey, like, I love you, but you need to work on this. I can't promote that, babe. I'm not going to do you like that. I'm not going to fuck up their ears. Casey Moore, who has 4 billboards. Sorry, 6 billboards. He helped write Wild Side by Normani, a lot of K-pop. I mean, he's an amazing writer, but he's also an amazing artist. And his EP, Some Things, just dropped. And I'm telling you, you need to listen to a snippet of this song called Some Things. Go ahead and take a listen.
Extend off, you shoot me down so slow. It's like round after round we go. Spiraling down out of bounds. It's a lot we know. You remember that whiskey you poured out? It was from my trip to Korea. 1.5 liter. I'm mad that I fell asleep. I'm a deep sleeper. I'm a real gentle soul till you press that button. I'm a real gentle soul and you press that button. It was 4 a.m. You was drunk again. I got the shit I did for love again. Now I'm questioning what I'm invested in. My friends knew and this is what I said to them. Something understanding.
Y'all can't tell me that shit ain't fire. I'm sorry. Y'all need to go and stream that ASAP. The link is down in the description box. Go stream it, go download it, go buy it. Listen to it, okay? Did you guys hear the lyrics? Bitch, yes. That's my best friend. Also, shout out to my girl Natalie O, okay? She just dropped her new single called Black Khaleesi. Fire. Let's take a listen.
It's Natalie O, ride around in limo tents, the rolling frost, get it for the free mama.
I know that's right. Y'all better go stream that now, you guys. You guys can go. You guys go down in the description box. I know what to do. Go stream it up. Go run it out.
That shit be potent. I be instantly mama. Fanny robe, got it looking like I got it done. I bend it over. Yeah.
I know that's right. You guys go down in the description box. I know what to do. Go stream it up. Go run it up. Go run it up. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was a little different to sit here and do a podcast by myself, but I can do it. It was definitely a little awkward in the beginning because I haven't done this in so long. I originally, before podcasting, actually during podcasting and even before it, I had a successful YouTube channel as well where I taught sugar babies around the world. Some of you guys are watching it now. I taught you guys how to get sugar daddies. You guys are living lavish now because of me. Yes. But I used to sit at home and record myself and make videos of teaching people how to do that. So if I could do that, and I have about 35 of those videos, you can't see them now, but if I can do that, I can sit here and I can talk to you guys while you guys are at work or even sitting on your couch making eye contact with me now. What's up? I love you guys. If you guys like solo episodes like this, make sure you guys comment down below and let me know. Talk to me because I won't know unless you genuinely let me know. I understand there's a lot of you guys that are watching, but I won't know unless you comment. If you really enjoy this, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Next week, I have 2 amazing guests. They are a couple. They are well-known, and you don't want to miss next week's episode. I'm your host, Jacob Willis, and I will see you in the next episode. Ciao for now, darling.